Hey, it's studio time. The Locals Lounge at Radio 94.9. Send your band submissions to Nate at radio949colorado.com.
And welcome back to Studio 94.9. It's the Locals Lounge here at Radio 94.9. Nate Wild once again with you. And I got our guests this week. I got a full house in here. This might be the biggest group I've had in here so far. It's close. Choice City 7 is with me here. Welcome, guys and gals.
Hey. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I've got Fong, Chris, Greta, John, Jordan Ango. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that close enough? I'm sorry. I hope I got that right.
It was the only last name you did, so I don't want anybody thinking there's some dude in here named Jordan Ango.
I wondered. I wondered when I got my roster here. Also, another John, Sean, Jeremiah, and Logan. Correct?
That's absolutely correct.
Boom.
We do call him another John, too,
yes.
by the way.
The other
John 2. John Jr., JJ. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's get to this. If I could have one or more of you here, just kind of introduce me and the listeners to Choice City 7, how you started, your sound, that sort of thing.
So the interesting story about Choice City 7 is that we all are former members or current members of other bands, which is kind of a cool, eclectic conglomeration of what you end up with Choice City 7. So, for example, John, Greta, and I and Sean play in 12 Cents for Marvin. John, Greta, and I played in the Three Twins. Let's say John McKay is from Fatty Jenkins. Jeremiah and John Jordanengo play in Montevi Salsa Band. Logan plays in Colorado Swing, which John, Greta, and I have all also played in the past. So we're kind of a mix together of a bunch of different local bands in Fort Collins, and I think that's what makes us really pretty interesting to listen to.
Yeah, you're a super group.
Yes.
I would say that we came together in my ex-wife's house. That's really
true.
what happened.
It is very true.
Because John and Fong and I were just playing, wanted to get together to play one time, and we hung out back when I was married, back in the day, way back in the day, and yeah, we started playing this song that we now have recorded, and Train Ride, and then we just started calling our friends and fellow musicians and came up with the 8 of us.
So that's how the whole synthesis kind of came about.
For sure.
All right, I dig it. So a very incestuous kind of music community brought you together. Is that? I guess that's not the best word, but.
Oh no, it definitely fits us.
No, don't. I'm not endorsing that.
But it should be noted that we are actually 8, even though our name is Choice City 7.
I wanted to ask about that.
Yes, Sean.
We've
why don't
actually
you tell
never
us
had
why?
7 members in the band. We started with 6.
Okay.
And then naming the band, as most bands go through, is a horrible process. We had some awful names. Although one band name suggestion did turn into a song, and that was Dump Truck Magic Beats, because I think we got so fed up with trying to decide what we were going to name this band that somebody, I think Sean just said, let's just call it Dump Truck Magic Beats.
I like that name.
I know, it's a great name, so we kept it. We kept it. But even when we were just 6 people, we just decided that, well, there are a lot of theories. There's a mystery around why we decided Choice City 7.
It just didn't sound good
To be Choice City 6?
Choice City 6. It sounded better to be Choice City 7.
That's the story behind the name?
I think that is the story.
I want my story.
Okay, here we go.
We would leave an empty stool on the stage with us to represent the ancestors, the people who came before us, and all the great musicians. Or the fans could have been the 7th member because they play such an integral part in the music.
This is all
Or
very
Fong's
deep.
dog, who
My dog.
would fall asleep in the middle of band practice in his basement.
That's very
That's a
true.
possibility.
Very
And then we
true.
went from six members of the band to 8 members of the band overnight. So we've actually never had 7.
You twins.
We did.
All
We
right.
were expecting 1. We got 2. Bonus.
Bingo. That's awesome. All right, cool. Let's play some music. What do you say?
Sounds good.
The first tune is called Looking Present. Can I get a little bit of a background on this one? What's the song about?
Yeah, I wrote this song when I was thinking a lot about the word hope and what hope is, and I thought that I don't know. I think that it was kind of like I was disenchanted with that word and thinking like I needed to be present in the moment and not be kind of like looking towards something that wasn't there. And so I was just trying to remind myself to kind of be present in the present moment. So that's why it's called Looking Present.
All right, dig it. Once again, Choice City 7 is joining me in the studio today. It's Studio 94.9. This is called Looking Present. Take it away.
I said hope is hope for the wrong thing, something I expect that it won't bring. Else hope for a four-letter word, keeping me from being present and heard. Today I'm stuck on the illusions of tomorrow. Hope just clouds all my joys and my sorrows. Is hope the wrong way to go? Should I think of things that I don't know? Oh, right, turn ahead, left, turn back. Look at present, hope is under attack. And I said, right, turn ahead, left, turn back. Look at present, hope is under attack. And I've got a condition of the heart, a heart condition. Hope reminds me but doesn't seem to listen. These hopeful thoughts keep me in the clouds, to keep me grounded. Hope's not allowed. Today I'm stuck on the illusions of tomorrow. Hope just clouds all my joys and my sorrows. Is hope the wrong way to go? Or should I think of things that I don't know? Oh, right, turn ahead, left, turn back. Look at present, hope is under attack. And I said, right, turn ahead, left, turn back. Look at present, hope is under attack. Well, I said, right, turn ahead, left, turn back. Look at present, hope is under attack. And I said, right, turn ahead, left, turn back. Look at present, hope is under attack. And I said, right, turn ahead, left, turn back. Look at present, hope is under attack. And I said, right, turn ahead, left, turn back. Look at present, hope is under attack.
Yeah. Looking Present, the title of that track. Choice City 7 is with me in the studio. Studio 94.9, the Locals Lounge here at Radio 94.9, and the band formerly known as Dump Truck Magic Beats. Now,
That lasted for about a half a second.
It's our alter ego.
do you do have a song called that, though?
Yes, we do.
We definitely do.
And we have T-shirts. Yeah,
That's fantastic.
for sure.
So tell me how, I mean, obviously you have some very just different, kind of talents all coming together to have this giant band. Tell me how your sound kind of evolved from, getting together as just this group of musicians and forming this thing.
That's a good question.
Did you guys just start playing, or
I think so. There was
There was
I mean, I can
definitely a direction that we wanted to take. Sean and I had been talking because we played in 12 Cents for Marvin, and that's a ska reggae band. And, of course, we love ska reggae. But
Speak for yourself.
we had both decided that we wanted to play R&B. We wanted to play soulful music. We wanted to play some funk. And that's kind of what happened in Sean's ex-wife's house. We started playing some soulful music that we really enjoyed, and we decided, you know what? Let's put a band around this and see where it takes us.
Cool. I can dig it.
Yeah, and I think there's just so much going on with soul music right now. Modern soul, when you're looking at St. Paul and the Broken Bones and James Hunter Six and Lake Street Dive, Leon Bridges, like all those folks that are kind of bringing this soul sound to mainstream America, and it's like I just love it so much. It was super fun to be a part of. I grew up in Chicago, and so like on Saturday afternoons, what was on the local TV station was reruns of the Blues Brothers. They would just play that movie over and over again. So I grew up watching the Blues Brothers and wanting to be Jake and Elwood and all those guys in the band. And so we got to get to live out that fantasy right now.
Nice. We did a Halloween show one year where we did a whole bunch of Blues Brothers covers, and I think that style of music, that sound really fit us very well.
Nice. All right, cool. Let's play another tune. The second one we're going to do is called Falling Down. Can I get a little background on this tune, please?
Can we start this?
I mean, yeah.
'Cause it's a kind of a combo.
This is a collaboration as far as the writing goes between Chris and I. And like I don't remember when I wrote this, but I think I was in between relationships or something and just feeling really depressed. As most of my songs start from when I'm feeling depressed. I don't know why I'm laughing right now. But anyway, that's where it started. And then Chris kind of took it on a different direction. So you want to?
Well, that moment of like kind of falling down is this wonderful moment, but it's also this scary moment or this hard moment. And so there's so much being crushed by, falling in love and meeting somebody, and but it's also that free fall, like when you're going, on a roller coaster and you get over the top and all of a sudden you're just falling. So we were just trying to capture some of that, and hopefully we did a good job.
All right, once again, Choice City 7 joining me in the studio today. It's Studio 94.9. This is called Falling Down. Take it away.
the day filtered through hair and smiles, and I can see her eyes for miles and miles. Who needs the sun with the warmth of one and one? Let the stars come, the sun beats, passing time, moments to minutes to hours fly, faster and faster until time stops, and the sun stays on just above the horizon. And I could spend my whole life memorizing, falling, falling down, falling, falling down.
Cool. That was Falling Down. Choice City 7. All 8 of them are joining me in the studio today. Studio 94.9, the Locals Lounge at Radio 94.9. Now, you guys have 8 people in here, 8 people in your band. Obviously, you know, with musicians, you're all influenced by different things. Can I get like just a few influences from each of you, as not necessarily that, you know, influence you as far as a member of this band, but just as a musician in general? Fong, we'll start with you.
I will tell you honestly that I am very much influenced by my cohorts in crime. John and Greta and I have been playing together since 1997. We started at CSU together in jazz band, and we've been playing together for, how long is that now? 20 years.
20 years?
20 years.
Wow.
And I'm heavily influenced by them because we are kind of an inseparable team. In fact, people will call us up to play as a trio for them. And I think that, you know, having that sense of family and having the ability to know what they're going to play before they even play it it's a symbiotic thing, but it's also a reflection of the fact that I feel like they're my brothers and sisters. And so I know that I'm kind of changing the subject a little bit because
that's okay.
Because you were asking about influences, but I am greatly influenced by them.
That's awesome. That was actually very touching. I like that. Chris, what about you, man?
Yeah, I think back to some of the great, you know, soul singers and, you know, Sam Cooke and Otis Redding and all those folks. And, you know, that's the music that I grew up listening to, amongst many other things. But that's why I think that's why I love being a part of this band is, you know, from listening to those folks for sure. But I'll give somebody else a turn too.
Totally.
Jeremiah.
I like how Fong is being really, really sentimental. He's like when you ask everybody, like, so what would you do if you had one wish? Everybody goes around, they're very selfish, and then there's the guy that's like, I'd wish for world peace. So thanks a lot for ruining it for the rest of us. I think my influences are a lot different than most of the people in the band. I'm into like hardcore punk rock, and death metal, and progressive metal.
Nice. Dig it. You're in good company, man. Come on. Sean, what about you?
The first band that comes to mind when I was in high school, I was in a kind of garage band, and I got handed the Psychedelic Zombies Evening at the Zoo album and Sack, and then we got to open for that band. They're a Fort Collins band from back in the day, and they just blew my mind. So that was my major influence, I would say.
Nice. Dig it.
Well, I'm Logan. I'm the drummer.
Logan, your turn.
Why we're being sentimental, I'm going to go ahead and kind of get a little sentimental.
Okay.
The funny thing about another kind of cool thing about the band is that Fong was actually my high school band director
Oh, cool.
back in the day. So I have to say that a lot of my inspiration started with that. And I was a big band kid, and I loved band in high school. And I think Fong really instilled in me what good music was, and he instilled that, we should listen to a lot of things.
Mhm.
And specifically, I got very involved in jazz, and then I went to UNC, and I studied with one of the greatest men ever. I really truly think is Jim White, and he's one of the professors over there. And he really opened up my eyes to the jazz world. And I got very heavily influenced by jazz, and I still play jazz today. And I think and it's so cool to play in a band like this because we literally all have extremely different influences.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also really cool too because Logan's a band director now too.
Oh, cool.
And I'm a band director. And our very first gig as Choice City 7 was at Bolts Middle School, where I teach, and we played for, the Winter Festival.
Oh, okay.
And that was our first gig. I think we played for about 50 people that were not really paying attention to us. So
Yeah, not 50 people. There were like 4 grandparents who were, I think, too tired, so they sat down at a table, and they were the folks that ended up watching us. All the middle school kids would like look at us, like roll their eyes and like run away. They suck. But there were like 4 grandparents who totally dug us, and that really kept us going that night.
Nice. Been there, done that, man. All right, how about one of the Johns?
This is John, number 2. I grew up on jazz mostly, but I'd say where I really got my inspiration musically was ska and reggae in San Diego in the early 90s.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a lot going on at that time, and that's where I feel like it really, I don't know, just kind of found my own sound, and then picked that up and continued that with Greta and Fong in 12 Cents from Marvin.
Very cool.
And then, as cliche as it is to be a trombone player in a ska band, it seemed like a good idea to change direction a little bit with these guys and start off Choice City 7.
Sweet. How about John number 1?
He's actually John number 3. There is no John number 1.
Oh, okay. I'm learning.
So I guess I grew up as a jam band kid.
Okay,
so I was
cool,
a big
yeah.
fish head for quite some time.
Nice.
And, I get made fun of a lot by Jeremiah for that. I think that it's funny because we all went through and talked about our first concert that we ever went to. And, I went to U2 with like a band full of like 8 girls.
Uh-huh.
And Logan has a particular special story that's near and dear to our hearts. Logan, would you like to share?
I really don't want to.
Right.
musical influence.
It is a major musical influence. Besides the fact that actually Sean and I got reconnected at Psychedelic Zombies concert.
Okay, cool.
And so it was kind of full circle for us. But once we started talking about our first concert, all of us had these epic stories. But I think Logan's actually trumped us all. So, Logan.
What was it, Logan? What was it?
Logan, let's do this real quick.
I really, I'm just looking at John McKay like, really? We gotta talk about this. So, Nate, to give you a little background, we were just jamming one night, and we all started talking about our first big concert. The first real concert that had a lot of people, right?
Mhm.
That you ever went to. And mine's embarrassing.
Okay.
But I was, I opened up to these guys, and I was like, hey, this is me, right? This is like the first time that I ever went to a real big concert. And that's in sync. So, and I regret.
Fist bump from the sound guy.
I regret.
He's like really into it.
The guy in the booth is going nuts right now. He may have been there with you, Logan.
I should have never said it. I will. Every single practice, it has to get bring up,
Hey, it's
and now it's
step
being
one,
bring up
man.
on the radio. Thank you, John McKay.
We're going to
you.
cover Bye 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 eventually.
I dig this. All right. Finally, we need to get to Greta.
Well, I listen to a ton of music. Like, that's my day job. So, I guess the best music I can tell you about is anybody that's super sincere. Like, it doesn't matter what kind it is. If someone has so much passion that they don't have any other choice but to play the music, that's what I really connect with. And I don't know if you've I'm sure you do because you have a lot of local bands in here, but we have a super awesome like Colorado scene right now.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
so many
totally.
bands that are coming up in there, and I'm really inspired by everybody in the scene right now. Like it's so unique. You don't see that in a lot of other places, but people like, instead of, I don't know, pushing people down, they want to help bring everybody else up. And I love when like a band hits it big and
Yeah.
they're, playing at Red Rocks, and then they put other Colorado bands in front of them and let people know like there's a really amazing scene right here in this community. So
Totally. There really is.
there is, yeah. So that's mine.
Absolutely. I love that. All right. Finally, let's play one more song. Carry Me Kindly is the title of this tune. Give me a real quick background on this one, if you would.
Yeah, I don't know where this phrase came from, carry me kindly, but it was just kind of like, I guess a theme around wanting to be in relationship with people and friendships with people that were carrying me kindly or carrying that connection with care. And so I think that there were 4 or 5 of us just kind of dinking around and playing, and that phrase came up, and it just sounded good, so that's where it came from.
Nice. I like it. All right. Once again, Choice City 7 in the studio with me. Studio 94.9. This is called Carry Me Kindly. Take it away.
Swinging in my back porch, listening to the rain. Feel the night air with my worries and my pain. No decision feels the same. Hell, as I listen to the rain. Laying in green grass, watching clouds float on by. Thinking to myself, now did I even try? Looking up at big blue skies. Hell, watching clouds float on by. Carry me kindly, or don't carry me at all. Need someone to find me, so be sure to give a call. Yeah. Carry me kindly, or don't carry me at all. Need someone to find me, so be sure to give a call. Darling, oh, 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 oh. Darling. Hands in my pockets and walking downtown. How can I be lonely with people all around? I'm walking, staring at the ground. Hell, as I'm walking downtown. Need someone to find me to fall out of the sky. Should I put myself out there? I'll have to give it a try. I need a new life, I just can't be the same. Won't you carry me kindly when you call my name? Carry me kindly, or don't carry me at all. Need someone to find me, so be sure to give a call. Yeah. Carry me kindly, or don't carry me at all. Need someone to find me, so be sure. Yeah. Carry me kindly, carry me kindly. Need someone to find me, carry me kindly. Oh no. Carry me kindly, carry me kindly. Need someone to find me, so be sure. Yeah. Carry me kindly, we carry you, we carry me. I need someone to find me. Carry me kindly, I don't carry me at all. Need someone to find me, so be sure to give a call.
Carry Me Kindly, the title of that track. Choice City 7 is joining me in the studio today. It's Studio 94.9, the Locals Lounge at Radio 94.9. All right, what's next for you guys? You got gigs coming up, recordings, releases, anything like that? What's next for Choice City 7?
Well, we're really excited about Folcom X that's coming up here in April.
Yeah.
In Fort Collins. Man, it's basically like Christmas for musicians.
Yeah.
Because you get to hang out all weekend, hang out at the green room, listen to all your favorite bands, and I can't think of anything more fun than that.
For all the festivals we have up here in Northern Colorado, Foco MX is the best one. It's like a film festival for music lovers.
Yeah.
It's just the best. So we just love playing it. We love going to see everybody else doing it too.
And of course, we always have to thank Greta because she's the one who sets up Foco MX every year. So thank you, Greta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, we're hoping actually to be a part of it, a big part of it this
good
year,
deal.
in fact. So
That'd be great.
I'm looking forward to it myself. My first one. I just moved here a few months ago, so
Awesome.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
I'm
for
excited.
So good. Yeah, block out the whole weekend for it. You're
planning
gonna-
on it.
yeah.
I canceled a Florida trip to do it. That's a true story.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
And then we also have an album coming out late spring, early summer as well. The album
Okay.
is done. The artwork is almost done. It's going to print. And we should be throwing a big album release party at the beginning of May if everything goes well at the Artery, in downtown Fort Collins.
Sweet.
So, yeah, keep your eyes out for that. We're just kind of putting the final touches on that. We're excited about the album. It's been a long process, and I think we started the recording for all of it almost 2 years ago. It won't be
Oh,
quite
wow.
2 years. It just takes a long time. Everybody's got lives, and we've added in, Greta and John McKay, and so they had to go in and lay down their tracks and stuff like that, but we think it's a pretty awesome representation of what we do.
Sweet.
And then in May 27th at Odell's, we are going to be playing at the Small Batch Beer Festival.
Okay.
So that's going to be really exciting. And I'm sure that we'll be playing all summer in the Fort Collins, Northern Colorado area. So definitely check us out, choicecity7.com.
Fantastic. All right. Once again, Choice City 7, Fong, Chris, Greta, John, a couple Johns. Sean, Jeremiah, Logan. Is that everybody? Okay, cool. I just want to thank you guys once again for coming in, sharing your music, and sharing your stories with us today.
Yeah, and thank you for having us in here. It's super fun. It's a kind of a novel thing to be in here and being on the radio. It's super exciting. So,
And thanks for supporting local music because, man, that's our lifeblood.
Absolutely, absolutely.